All right, perfect. Hey y'all, welcome to Dress Your Magic. Yes, brothers, celebrate yourselves and celebrate yourselves through your wardrobe, through the way you express yourself. Everything in life is an opportunity to be risen to sacred. And when we rise life to sacred, life comes up to meet us in that level. And we float above the nonsense. So this is all about helping man make the transition or the transformation from mundanity, from the mundane to the sacred in the realms of clothing and expression. It is one of the most powerful things to do because the effects are instant. You walk in the dressing room and you walk out like a new man. So watch how I take this journey. You may find yourselves wanting to take one with me.
I nominated Issa for the Dress Your Magic program because he has always been very concerned about his appearance. And when he became a father, he kind of shifted his focus into his son and not being able to focus as much on himself. And so that, I think, is going to be really exciting for him to be able to kind of take some time and get guidance in how he can make his wardrobe a little bit more conscious, because he's very conscious about taking care of his children. He's very conscious about helping take care of the family. He's very conscious about the food that he eats and influencing all of us in a positive way, influencing people with his music and his message. So I think that if he can find a way to also consider his clothing sacred, it will help him a lot. So I'm really excited about this for him.
All right, guys, we're going to get started now. We're going to sit down with Issa today, and we're going to have a beautiful conversation that's first going to look inward, because a sacred expression has to be an authentic reflection of what's inside. We're going to also talk about where he is now and where he wants to go. These are all the pieces that are going to help me craft an amazingly authentic expression for this beautiful man. Hi, good to see you. Ready for this?
Oh yeah.
Let's do it. What is your greatest vision of yourself?
I recently finished the program of Doctor of Naturopathy from the Trinity School of Natural Health, and so that's really the goal that I'm really aspiring towards and working towards, is being a nutrition consultant or a dietitian, wellness coach, things of that nature.
Do you see that the hip-hop is still going to be a part of your life, or is that kind of something that brought you to this level, and then you're kind of like letting it go?
I started rapping when I was 17.
Okay.
So at 17, I was rapping. I seen, people my age on TV, on BET that were rapping, and, I could do that. And, they can buy their mama a house now, and they buy their mama a car now. I can do that too. So, so that was kind of the beginning inspiration of
motivation,
it. Right. And so, I've reached a point where I've realized I don't really need, the material, the accolades that they kind of, glamorize as much as I thought I did to attain happiness.
So I love it. So this is more complex. We have the alternative coach, the wellness coach, and then we have the spoken word. So we still have the stage element.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if I can escape from that one. And I never really wanted that part of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've always had difficulty, in school, being in front of the class. Always having that fear. I was always dreading I got to get up in front of all these people tonight.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, like I said, I don't think I can escape it.
This is going to impact that. When you're being authentically you, I found it doesn't matter who's around you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There could be one person or a billion people. But if you're sitting in the throne of your genius and you're being your truth, then it's it becomes irrelevant. Give me 3 words that you would like people to know about you. That you would like to help steer them to an assumption that's closer to the truth.
I feel like passion is the first one. Courageous. Resilient.
is there a word like regal or kingly or something in that realm that just like speaks not in the hierarchical where you're above or below, but just personally within yourself, the way you carry yourself? Is there anything in that realm that resonates with you?
Like King? Is that what
Yeah,
you mean? Yeah.
yeah.
My unofficial like first label was like Born King Records. And so there's been a lot of those ideas. I actually have a song called Born King.
I could see it when you said it. When you said it, it was like there was a twinkle in your eye. That it was like, oh yeah, that right there, that's it. That's
Yeah.
me. That's closer. I can hear that that's closer to the heart
Right.
of who you are. And like I said, in our culture, we live like king is like up there and then everyone else is down
Right.
here. Instead of the reality that we're all kings,
Right.
queens, we're all sovereigns. And the only difference is the ones that recognize that in themselves and actually honor it.
Yeah.
And those that believe the lie.
Right. That's what basically like my whole Born King was about. Like being like helping people realize the essence they're born with and where we all started off. And then like one of my things is like, you know, we're all born kings, but like how many of us die kings? And so like, you know, that's like one of my goals is to like, you know, die with that same essence as like when we came into this world pure.
Yes.
And, you know.
This is good. If I was Oprah, I'd be like, tweetable moments. Tweetable moments. All right. So I love it. So we got passionate, courageous, resilient, and king. For right now, let's lock on those.
Okay.
At another time, we might want to like fasten them in and like clarify them. All right. So I got the pictures you sent me.
Okay.
All right. I asked people to do this, right? And the 2 pictures you sent me, normally they send me like a bunch of pictures, right? You sent me 2.
Right.
Right?
I had a little hard time. Like, I didn't really, for me, like, I don't know. I've kind of been, like, detached from really focusing a lot on fashion. Like, I still feel like I'm definitely, like, mindful at times of, like, how I dress and, like, you know, wanting to, like, have good quality clothes.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of been removed from it, so I didn't really know like exactly like where to look, what to look. So I was just kind of Googling stuff. So
if we can get the camera coming up closer on this image here.
You know who that is?
No, who's that?
That's actually a rapper.
Okay.
His name's French Montana.
I see the cleanness. I see his jeans are fitted.
Right.
But they're not tight.
Right.
Right. I see the sneakers are brand new. Them things are sparkling.
Right.
They're white, but they're clean.
Right.
He probably just took those out of the box. You know what I'm saying? Or someone took a toothbrush to him. I have a question. Something came up for me while you were talking, and the word was unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
You said courageous. You said resilient. I feel like some of the other words you kind of said kind of felt like it would bring up this energy of being unstoppable.
Yeah.
And I see like that twink in your eye again. Does that land again?
Yeah.
All right. So let's put that as a placeholder as well.
Okay.
So we got king and unstoppable.
Okay.
And also that white. So soulful. There's
Right.
like something really spiritual about a white with gold. There's like something very refreshing, clear, but it also shows that like I'm someone that worship. I'm a man of worship. I'm a man of God or spirit or something of that nature. I don't know if that's necessarily what he's saying,
right.
but that's what I would get sitting with you looking at him. Does all that resonate?
Yeah.
All right, so that's what I would take. And then we got bam. Totally different. Like now we have like other field, right?
Right.
So tell me about what you see in this.
So this one for me was this is actually from a movie.
Yeah, that was
in the 90s, Robin Hood.
Yeah.
And it was something that I grew up watching.
Yeah.
It gives me the same type of feel as like royalty and, you know, like powerful. I mean, he's got the big sword, you know, like he's like that's a warrior right there.
Tell me about warrior. Like, because that was another your energy vibe sparked when you said that word. Mm-hmm. So, is there a word that you would put in front of the word warrior to kind of describe you? Do you consider yourself a warrior?
Yeah, I like spiritual warrior.
Spiritual warrior.
Now that you said it, yeah.
Yeah.
That resonates.
So if you're walking down the street and someone's like, "Yo, that cat is a spiritual warrior. He's unstoppable and he's a king." Like, if that's what they read off you,
right.
Would you feel like you'd have a pretty good day if people were sending that back to you?
Yeah.
Like reminding you that's who you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that's what happens. It bounces off them and then they treat you like you told them to.
Right.
All right, y'all, day 2 here, about to go in and get in this closet. Man, I love this closet time because it's where the magic happens. For me, closets should be a sanctuary. It should be a place where you're excited to go. You got your goodness at hand, and you feel good when you look in it. That's not the experience for most people. So my work is to make it be that. All right, see you inside. He says, so today's the closet day. This is really one of my most exciting times because it's really the heart of a gentleman's lifestyle. It's just like having that setup and those clothing that make you feel the way you want to feel, so that when you're setting your night before, looking at your day, you know you have what you need.
Right.
All right? Yesterday we came up with spiritual warrior, unstoppable, and king. From this point forward, my invitation to you is that everything that you have around you resonates with those 3 words. And if it doesn't, then you have to ask them, what is it resonating with? What mode of energy is it bringing me to? And most likely it's bringing you less than your commitment. And so when we start looking at things that way, they take a lot of the question marks out of life. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So now I want to look at your wardrobe. I want to measure things with you today.
Okay.
And I want to see, and like I told you yesterday, over time. This is not like, yo, Issa, get rid of your wardrobe, go buy a new one.
Right.
This is like, just start looking at your wardrobe through this lens, and over time, it'll begin to create itself. All right?
Right. And these are more shirts that would have more meaning. Like there's like Muhammad Ali's shirt. There's Nirvana, and then it kind of moves to like more dressier, kind of like what I have on now. There's like another Kashiki. This and then there's stuff like this that I usually perform in, and then from there it's just like hoodies. And, there's another one I perform in as well.
There goes our king. You pull
Right.
that suit out?
Some yeah, this is a suit that primarily was like pieced together from stuff my dad's given me.
Okay.
He possibly have given me all this. And a couple ties.
When we were speaking yesterday to the fact that you put this on today, did you put this on today? Because we were filming? Like,
No,
was
it's
this-
Friday.
Okay.
So Friday's my Juma day.
Okay. So
Sacred
what's
day.
that? So how do you feel on Fridays compared to other days? Like with those Friday mornings when you know you're going to dress up, is there a different experience you have?
Yeah, I feel like there's more caregiving on Friday.
In my world, I would have every man every day being like the holy day. I believe it's all sacred.
Right.
And our lives are magical, and every moment that we're breathing has an opportunity for us to do something with that breath. And when we relate to it like that, I really believe that everything gets risen up. So I want to take some measurements. 18 and a half, 26 and a half. That's your measurement, right? Once you know your measurement, you're no longer worrying about whatever they're doing to figure out how they're going to sell clothes. You're looking for what's going to fit you. All right, so suits. So when you put this on now, okay, button this up. How often do you wear a suit?
Not often.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, the most times I've probably like worn suits has been like weddings,
Okay.
maybe like court.
So special occasion.
Yeah.
Special occasion. Super special occasion.
Right. Yeah. For the most
The
part.
thing about suits in our culture is they're highly regarded. We've been programmed to believe that a suit means a person's respectable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of funny because in my estimation or guesstimation, most of the crimes being done in our country are being done in suits.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then we got a hoodie on blast, like that's the criminal
Exactly.
look. Like, I think we need to flip that. But
That's what I was saying about
Yeah.
like the culture views you.
yeah,
You know, because it's like that's the persona. You know, that's the image
yeah,
that they push. If you wear a hoodie and you know, I could just wear a hoodie and jeans and boots.
yeah.
And then you know that's criminal.
They put you in the box. They put
Yeah.
you in that box, or you could wear this.
three garments.
So I like to play with that line,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I care about my energy level, and so when people are throwing shade, it's heavy. and you can try to be above it, but it's heavy. If people are looking at you like they have to watch you, you know what I'm saying, or suspicious of you all day long, it's heavy. So when I'm looking at my clothing's not for me. How I look at my clothing's for them. I don't look at myself all day long. People are seeing me way more than I'm seeing myself.
Right.
So when I choose my clothing, I'm actually thinking of them.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm inside my house, that's my time.
Right.
When I walk out my front door, now I'm in the world's time.
Right.
And so I'm working with it. How can I make that work for me? So for a suit or even a blazer, even throwing a blazer on something, raises it through the roof. When you start to see how people interact with you differently, you know what I'm saying? Then you get to question, well, what do I want to do? You know what I'm saying? You could even throw a hoodie on under a blazer. And then you start crafting your own personal conversation.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it. Next time we see each other, we'll be in the store.
Okay.
And we'll start looking at clothing and how I shop in the system I teach men.
Okay.
All right, time to take Issa shopping to some of my favorite secondhand stores. People, I love secondhand stores so much because it allows me to circumvent some of the inhumane practices and unsustainable practices of the current clothing world, while also offering men a higher quality garment for a less expensive price, meaning every man that wants to dance in the realm of sacred expression now has access. So Issa, today we're going to work on the fit and how to shop. Most of the times when people shop, they shop expecting to find something that's going to fit them. I want to break that down today and throw that out the window. This stuff here was not made to fit you. This stuff was made to be sold to you. Now we happen to be in a resale environment, so sometimes you find things that have already been tailored, and someone could have a similar frame to you, and you might find that I call those Geppetto moments. When I find something that fits me perfectly without needing a tailor. That's 1% of the time, if that. And when it happens, I celebrate, I do the dance, right? But what I want you to be feeling is that instead of looking for what fits you, look for something that can fit you well after it's tailored. And so that's going to just shift the way that we're looking at what we're looking at. Okay. And how we do that is we do it by our measurement. So you go to a store and it says 42, 44, all those sizes. Mm-hmm. Well, those sizes don't ever think about this. They're not talking about this. What they're talking about is around the chest. Mm. So it can fit you perfectly around the chest, but be really long or really short here, and it won't be good for you. So that's why the way I measure is so much more efficient than the way that they sell clothing. So why don't you pick out something that grabs your eye? The first we shop with our eyes. So it doesn't matter what size it is, just if it grabs your eye, pick it out. All right. Wow, so you have that beautiful, rich gold summer tone right there. I could totally see why that caught your eye. So now what we're gonna do is you take it, you leave it on the hanger, turn it around, hang it up on something, and now you're gonna take your measuring tape and go ahead and take the tape and measure from there to the other end. 18 and a half. And then you're gonna go from that point down to the bottom of the sleeve. 25 3/4. All right, so now you know that this is gonna fit you and that's gonna fit you. So now, if you like the design of it and you got these two measurements, now you know you can take it to the dressing room. So if you could see real quick now, shopping just became a lot more efficient. We just went through those two racks in a very short amount of time. Even the time it took me to explain it to you, we navigated it because you first looked with your eyes, you then looked with your hand, then you look with your measuring tape. Now out of all those things, we only got 3 things we're bringing to the dressing room. So that makes shopping easy. Men can come in 10 minutes, stake a store out, and if you don't, nothing even makes it to the dressing room a lot of times.
Right.
All right, so this in the mirror now. You said this felt tight? You said it felt tight.
Well, just kind of when I put it on and moving and stuff like that. But I mean, if I'm not doing all that, then it don't matter.
Yeah, so a blazer, you want to be
more snug.
You want to be able to do that because it's a business. outfit. So it definitely is going to contain you. So you're not going to be able to do like jumping jacks and things on it. But you should be able to do your movement and conversation. Yeah, exactly. So if you do that, do that in the mirror. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Yeah, that'll move with you. Oh, wait a minute. Would you hold that for a second? Now we're talking. Now you gotta understand, one of the favorite parts of my job is Daddy has to take care of himself sometimes too. Let me see what we got. What do you think? You see me walking around the house?
Yeah.
Looking like...
That's cool. Yeah,
Right?
I like it.
Yeah, me too, I think,
I love
That's
it.
royalty, right?
you know?
It is.
what's your key-
and it
what's
looks
your
great on
keyword?
you because you're tall. Great.
Thank you so much.
Fabulous. It does.
The compliments start flowing when you're doing good stuff. That I'm telling you, when you care about the way you dress and you dress about the way you care, all of a sudden the whole life just gets upgraded. So this is coming with me. All right, let's roll.
Hi, handsome man.
How's it going?
Good. What you got?
Got some pants that I need to get tailored for my suit for this event coming up.
All right. Okay. Wow, I like that print. I like the
right.
paisley.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
it's beautiful. We'll make it more beautiful. Okay, let's
you.
go this way. Okay. Are you ready for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I leave this shirt on, right? Or should I put the blazer on too?
No, you can just leave the shirt.
Not,
Okay.
not yet. It's okay. I'll see what your pants look like.
Okay.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
I get a hug.
I thought you
right.
were reaching for one.
Yes, I do. I love the one. All right. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we've been through the process. He's found a suit. He has a camise. He got it tailored. He has his hair cut. He has his shoes looking fresh. He's ready. We're gonna have the great reveal, and I'm so excited to watch his community witness him performing one of his songs in this new sacred expression. Beautiful. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here in support of the vision of Dress Your Magic. Issa, you ready for your reveal, brother?
Nice. How y'all doing? Good. Doing alright? Doing alright. Thank y'all for being here. Glad y'all get to share this moment with me. It's been a new perspective. It's been a new experience. It's been a learning experience just seeing, you know, the behind the scenes of never having went to a tailor, you know, never really thinking about clothes that actually like are made to fit me. I don't even have to like have a belt for these pants. Like, you know, you know, that's cool. I'm grateful for the experience for sure. Just gonna do a little performing and then we're gonna do a little mingling if that's cool with everybody. To the A2 way, and we were born to be great. I was born to be, yeah, yeah, and he was born to be, yeah, yeah, and she was born to be, yeah, yeah, and we were born to be great. Yeah, yo, look, propositions of propaganda on every corner. Disorders from the chemicals in the water. The new order, a blind slaughter, and sacrificial ley lines that run across the borders. Distorted screens from the speakers as a trigger bang. Rain just the same day, never been explained. Or was it all a hoax? Let it linger in your brain till you nearly overdose. No, the systematic fanatics is still at it. Too many bad vibes got my thoughts all sporadic. Speaking Socratic, but what you do if you found Everything you learned wasn't true, burned down. Every school overrun, every church. Scribble it down and put it in every verse. Soon as you accept the curse, you fall for the scheme. I wasn't a born sinner, I was born to be king. Born to shed light, expose dark, the flow's harder. And if they kill us, just a couple of martyrs. I know they keep it secrets, but you can lean on me. We were built for the struggle, cause we're born to be kings. Born to shed light, expose dark, the flow's harder. And if they kill us, just a couple of martyrs. I know they keep it secrets, but you can lean on me. We were built for the struggle, cause we're born to be kings. A lot of secret psychotic society, somebody spying, kids dying from bombs, dropping cities with drones flying. Old folks dying at 50, they buying our kidneys. And I'm still trying to be better than Pac and Biggie. Now how's that for setting goals? Saying so for a rose in a set of goals, let alone condone the dumbing down, leading the damn nation. New slaves on the same plantation. Look at all this time wasting, I'm plotting, copying the stakes. They're buying bottles and chasing, I ain't eating with the masons. But my third eye's waiting, complacent and the impatient. Walking back and forth, pacing, replacing negative thoughts and positive vibrations. Amazing, talk about manifest destiny. Coon fire coon and he does it so effortlessly. So all I gotta do is let it be. That's why you always see a smile on my face, kid. Even in my worst, I'm still flowing with greatness. That's how I know I was born to be king. Reiterate it all the time until you get what I mean. Don't let nothing intervene between yourself and the truth, and treat everything else like the fountain of youth. Let's gather the troops and ride. Together we rise. I say we the last survive, cause we never can die. Born to shed light, expose dark, the flow's harder. And if they kill us, just a couple of martyrs. I know they keep it secrets, but you can lean on me. We were built for the struggle, cause we're born to be kings. Born to shed light, expose dark, the flow's harder. And if they kill us, just a couple of martyrs. I know they keep it secrets, but you can lean on me. We were built for the struggle, cause we're born to be kings and queens. Yeah, so if you don't know, that's a track off my debut EP called Brief Demonstration. The track's called Born King, and the reason why I decided to perform that one was because while we were sitting down and talking, we came up with 3 keywords to keep in mind whenever I'm looking at clothes in the future and whenever I'm out into the world of how I want to be reflected and how I want to be seen. And so the 3 words we came up with were spiritual warrior, king, and unstoppable. And so those are just 3 words for me to set my intention when I walk onto the world of how I want to be, presented, how I want to be approached, and how I want to be, respected as, basically. My applause. I got love for you too. All right, so yeah, now we're just gonna kick it a little bit and
A couple more words.
Oh wait, Mr. Dan Michael's got a couple more words, so I'm gonna have to get back on the mic.
Stay with me for a second now.
Okay.
So, I just want to say a personal thank you to you, Issa, for being willing to take this journey. Not only did I ask you to take a journey that most men don't take, I asked you to do it in front of a camera. So I asked you to allow not just me but the world to see this transition, see this transformation and service to what's possible for all men. You are a king. I see a king here today. And I'm so excited to see when the world gets to see who you are. And trust, we live in a world where we judge the book by the cover, and it's sad that it's true. And I pray for a day when we actually open up these books, because people wouldn't see the beautiful man that you are, the way you care for your child, what you want to bring for this world and for your community, and we're all better off for it. So thank you for taking this journey. And for everyone out there watching and here, man, we did this on a $100 budget. My wife with a 4-month-old baby strapped to her, and my little daughter moving around, and because the time is now. And Spirit was saying, don't wait for the people to catch up. Do what you can do with what you have today. Just take that first step. And I'm hoping people watching this at home will think, what can I do? What has God put on my heart? What has Spirit said? What's one blessing I can do for someone that I have within my means? And that's such a passion. So you gave me such a rich gift. And I look forward as I catch up with you in 6 months from now and see your trajectory and what you've created. Blessings, brother. I appreciate it.
So I feel great, and you looked great, so that always helps. And I could see too whenever he came out how he kind of lit up and could feel that he looked good. And he may not admit it, but he definitely likes to look good. and I thought he was really nice.
He looks fly. I joke with him, he could be king of Wakanda. He could be in that council from the movies, so he's looking great. And I think if he emulates that in his daily wear, whatever he wants to do, he's gonna make waves as he already is. So.
He came to my classroom to do a presentation on hip hop and was amazing. He showed so much more confidence this year when he was there. Stayed probably double the time that he was in my classroom last year. Took us all the way through the history of hip hop. He was dressed in his blazer, he was sharp, and I could just see this confidence pouring out of him. It was amazing to see this amazing presenter a year ago, even more so this year, and this new confidence that he had.
Issa has always been like the biggest role model like in our family. He was the first one to really go to college and finish everything up. So he's always been like a really big influence on us. Like after like seeing his clothes now, it makes me want to start doing that. I wish you luck on everything, and I believe in you.